So, down with the Mafia. This is another fairly interesting one. This one actually works with 0 A presses, but it does require a little bit of interesting and crazy stuff here and there. And we're not going to do anything with the FPS, we're not going to do any boosts with the dive. But it does become interesting to see how we actually get around some of the places that would otherwise require an A press. And of course how we beat the boss without an A press, because we do actually need to hit him at least once during a Mafia ball phase. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is we need to make it to under the ceiling here. Now making it under the ceiling is not that simple. So first we need to get on top of this, not pushing this bar stool. So we need some more height. Can't quite make it towards the top here, as you can see. There's a little bit of an overhang actually that is preventing us from getting all the way to the top anyway, so we are doing something different here. Almost. You can kind of see what I'm trying to do. Okay, come on. Got it? Okay. Now we have a problem because there's overhangs everywhere, so how will you get up there? Interestingly enough, that octopus is in the perfect spot to allow us a wall run, but only in specific angles and specific locations. It's very, very awkward, and you might think it might not work, and I thought myself it doesn't work, but it actually does work. And it's super weird. There we go. I don't know why that works either, it just does. So that was the first interesting bit of the run, getting up there. Out of probably 3 interesting bits. The next interesting bit is how we actually make it to the top of that frozen area. And I've tried around a bit, and it turns out there is actually a few spots on these things that you can jump up, and it's on the very edge. You need to hit the very edge here without actually having her grab the edge. That's the difficulty. There we go. Okay, that's another one. You can actually get up there. Jump here. Nice. That's not quite as simple as it looks like. A lot of stuff that I'm doing is not quite as simple as it looks like, though, as you might expect, it doesn't require anything super crazy. It's still fairly down to earth movement. We're not in parallel dimensions yet, guys. We might someday have to go into parallel dimensions, but right now we don't have to. We don't have to right now. Now, another thing that everyone's probably wondering is, how do we beat this boss without jumping? Because we need to get over him right now. Oh no, we need to get over him. Well, as it turns out, it's just Ice Hat. And Ice Hat actually makes you completely invulnerable against like 99% of things in this game. So we don't need to be able to jump, because we can't actually jump over this. We can't jump that high. But we don't need to, we can just use Ice Hat. Also, I hope you like this remix. There are a few things that can still hit us, for example, the charging Mafia that are gonna happen in the secondary, what are the sandbags phase. We cannot actually deal with that guy, we will have to take a hit on those. But apart from that, we can just go AFK here, and this works on most bosses. This even works on Mustache Girl. You're actually invincible against Mustache Girl if you do this. So here's something you might not have known. And it's very, very helpful, because without this, without the invincibility of Ice Hat, I'm not actually certain it would be possible. Because we would just run out of HP at some point. We would have to tank too many hits. Now, the only thing we can hit him here with is when he does his supercharge. We cannot hit him doing his running, his whirling. This is phase 1 at least. In phase 2, he's gonna throw his weapons. Whenever he throws his weapons, we can get a very easy hit in as well. Don't have to worry about anything. In phase 2, we need to worry about, though, when he does these sandbags, because when he does sandbags, we are gonna take a hit from the charging Mafia, so we will need to make sure we have enough health. But at least these sandbags drop health as well, so we should be alright. Let's just hope he doesn't do it too much. And this should be a simple hit, depending on what he does with after a stomp. Nope. Good. So I can actually defend against this, as you can see. But we get a health, so we're fine. Okay, this should be Mafia Ball. Now, Mafia Ball, we need to get on top of it. We need to hit him during this phase, otherwise the phase will never end. In order to do this, I'm gonna let myself get scooped up with the ice hat. It's not that simple, it's not that simple. Yeah, I need to hit a very specific spot at a very specific timing with the ice hat. But if we get it correctly, he scoops us up, and then we also need to make sure we stay on top of it. Because we're getting scooped along, it's also not that simple to stay on top of it as well. Got him. He might do it another second time, but at least we got one hit in. It's possible we kill him before he does that move again, but it's highly unlikely. He's probably gonna use another Mafia Ball at some point. Mostly because we can't hit him during this, so we're missing some damage. And so he does it a second time. Not quite. Like, I'm also getting a tiny bit of jump when I'm using the hat anyway. And that does help us get scooped up. There we go. It's okay, mustache girl. I'm not using the A button. I want to see you doing stuff without the A button. In fact, she's probably pressing all the buttons right now and nothing happens. You're useless. Like, I'm a jump run platformer character that doesn't even use... Oh my god, a third time, that's extremely rare. It doesn't even use the A button and I'm still more useful than Mustache Girl right now. And there we go, KO. Now this timepiece is fairly high up. However, it's not quite high enough to be out of our reach. We can actually get this. And that's down with the Mafia with no A press. This is one of those stages where I didn't actually think we were gonna be able to do it, but it's actually a lot simpler than it looked like. That was pretty cool. I mean, simple in theory. The actually doing it is not quite as simple, but still, that was pretty alright. We're almost done with chapter 1. There's not a whole lot of stuff left, but yeah, let's take a look.